Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about why you are always in a diet but you're still not losing body fat. Now, the reason behind this video is I've had a lot of inquiries recently from people who have been eating very little food, doing a lot of cardio. They feel like they've been doing it forever. A few reasons why this could happen. The main reason, in all honesty, is down to diet adherence. If you're eating little food and doing a lot of cardio Monday to Friday, but then the weekend comes around and you're scrapping that and you're eating whatever you want, you're drinking whatever you want, and you're falling completely off track. If we're off track all weekend, then that's 25 to 30% of your month off track. And now me personally, I think that you need to be on plan 95% of the time as a minimum if you want to see very good, very fast results when it comes to fat loss. However, if you're adamant that you're adherent to your plan, you follow your nutrition all week, but you've still been dieting forever, then this is probably down to diet fatigue, and what you need to do is actually stop your diet, build your calories back up to maintenance, give your body some time to recover, and then go back into a deficit. So the reason that we need to do this is because the body actually adapts. If you're in a deficit for too long, what happens is metabolic adaptation. And what this means is your thyroid starts to slow down, your metabolism starts to slow down, your body starts to slow down in general, and you probably don't even realize that. So in day-to-day life, you're moving less, probably not training as hard, you're probably not putting enough or as much intensity into your cardio either. So over the course of the week, we're not actually in as big of a deficit as we would think. When everything starts to slow down, when we've been on low food for a long amount of time, it makes it very hard to lose body fat. So what will happen is you'll just come to a standstill. No matter how much you lower food, no matter how much you put that cardio up, you're gonna feel like you're scraping for every single pound. And realistically, dieting shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit hungry. Yeah, it's a little bit tough, but if you're literally killing yourself to lose a pound over 2, 3, 4 weeks, then something's not right. So something that I like to implement with a lot of my clients is after 16 weeks of being in a deficit, if things are still going smoothly, we'll carry on. However, if we start to see that body weight kind of come stagnant, what I would do is implement what I call a diet break. Now this is basically pushing the calories back up to maintenance. So some people it might be 300, some people it might be 400, some people it might be 500 extra calories. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sit there for, I would say, a minimum of 2 weeks. And all this is gonna do is it's gonna kind of resensitize the body. It's gonna pull us out of that deficit, pull us out of that hole, put some life back into the body, get the metabolism firing again. And then what we can do from that is we can move back into a deficit, but a much kinder or much smaller deficit, and continue to lose body fat. So let's say, for example, you've been dieting for 16 weeks, you're currently on 1600 calories. Week 17 goes by, no drop on the scales. Week 18 goes by, no drop on the scales. So we implement a diet break. What I would usually do is push the food up to, let's say, 2000 calories. So you're from 1600 to 2000 calories. If you've been doing 60 minutes cardio a day, I'm probably gonna half that to 30 minutes as well, because what we wanna do is reduce fatigue, get the body happy, get the body healthy, freshen it up before we move back into a deficit. So we've gone from 1600 calories and 60 minutes cardio per day to 2000 calories and 30 minutes cardio per day. We're gonna run this for 2 weeks. Now, if you're lucky, you might drop a lot of fatigue and you might actually see the scales drop. Or what will usually happen is we'll actually see body weight stall for another couple of weeks, but energy's gonna be up, mood's gonna be up. We're gonna feel much better, much more alive. And then from there, we can actually pull back from 2000, let's say, to 1850 calories. And what we're gonna see is we're gonna see the body weight and body fat trending downwards again. So now we're back in a deficit. However, we're eating 1850 calories per day and losing body fat rather than being on 1600 calories. And what I usually do with my clients is I don't usually adjust the calories and the cardio in the same week, because we want to kind of keep as many tools in the bag as possible. If fat loss stalls, let's take away 100 calories and see how the body responds. If it's still stalled the following week, let's add 5-10 minutes extra cardio per day. And then obviously we can build it up over time and we can create a good timeline for progress. So coming back to the start, if you feel like you're always dieting, you're constantly in a deficit, but you're not losing body fat, first thing you need to look at is how adherent are you being to your diet. If you're not being 100% adherent, then all you need to do is be 100% adherent for 4 weeks and you will see a massive shift in body composition. The most important thing in a fat loss phase is consistency. The longer you're consistent for, the quicker you will lose the body fat. However, if you're on the other end of the spectrum, you've been sticking to your diet religiously, you've been doing your cardio, you're tracking your food, you're still not seeing no progress, then what's happened is metabolic adaptation, your body's slowed down, everything's slowed down, and we've built up a massive amount of diet fatigue. And what we need to do then is push food back up to maintenance, sit there for a couple of weeks, get the body happy, and then move back into a smaller deficit and create a much bigger runway for progress and continue to see body fat come down. If you found this video helpful, please drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, and if you've got any more questions in regards to fat loss, bodybuilding, or health and fitness in general, please feel free to drop me a DM on Instagram. Thank you.